Yeah, Dale, I got a little bit in the bag,
Okay.
yeah.
I know you don't like it, but I'm going to call you Mini Swagger on this one. I saw a little shoulder movement.
I get it in when we're in first, when we at live, I get it in. You know, I just.
You get it in?
He gets it in. What's up, Marcus?
I can get it in. I can get it in.
What's happening, Ross?
Okay. The producer's
some
literally
of it
saying,
rubbing
let's
off
get to
on
it.
Dan, Ross. Some of it rubbing off on.
All right, Tom Brady, he threw his 600th career touchdown pass last week, further solidifying his position as the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. But the NFL is a league of many great players at many different positions, from Jerry Rice to Emmitt Smith to Deion Sanders. So, Dancing Dan
Dance again, you want me to dance?
Dancing Dan, that's your nickname. Is Tom Brady the best NFL player ever?
Yes. Yes. This is the easiest question of the day. Tom Brady's the best NFL player ever. I think Tom Brady's in the conversation for greatest athlete ever. When you own as many records, which is basically every single one, both individually and in a team sport, in an era where money was a factor because of the salary cap, it puts you into a different conversation. No player has accomplished as much as Tom Brady. No player has done as much as Tom Brady, which he's also done at the hardest position in all of sports. Playing quarterback well, successfully, over a long period of time is the hardest thing to do in all of professional sports. Playing quarterback well, individually, and then conquering the team aspect of it like no one else has ever done before makes him the greatest NFL player in the history of the league. And I don't think it's close. You're not going to say anybody to Tom Brady. Hold on. Can I make guesses on who you're going to say? Can I make guesses on who you're going to say?
Go ahead, dude.
No,
right,
I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna make a guess. Hold on.
Don't
I'm
make
gonna
a
make a
damn
guess.
because
Yeah.
I could have absolutely guessed yours. Obviously.
Because it's the easy answer. Are you gonna let me guess yours? Are you gonna say you're gonna say Dak Prescott? You're gonna say Dak Prescott?
Boy, stop. Lawrence Taylor is the best football player to ever play in the NFL. And it's because how dominant he was. It's because how he changed games from a position that you're not supposed to change games from. And teams literally had to scheme for one guy as opposed to the entire team. When you look at dominance and when you look at the way the game was played then, Lawrence Taylor impacted the game more than any quarterback in his era. He impacted the game more than any running back. He impacted the game more than any receiver when you played the New York Giants. An 8-time first-team All-Pro playing linebacker. You know how hard that is to be the defensive player of the year 3 times in the NFL? To be a sack leader, over 1,000 tackles, over 100 sacks, and changing the way the game was played. When they implement new rules for you, that means you're a guy that changed literally a thing about the league that they hadn't foreseen. I get it. I understand. Easy to say Tom Brady the GOAT. He's the best quarterback to ever play in the NFL. But this question is player. And that will be Sir Lawrence Taylor.
Say, man,
give me my $1 million.
Say you were talking, when you were rattling off all your stats and you said 8-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is to do? No, Marcus. I was a backup for 12 years. I have no idea how hard it is to become an All-Pro, bro. Let alone an 8-time All-Pro, okay? Where was I going to go with this? All right, first of all, you said
don't
dominance.
know because it's LT.
You said dominance. Like Tom Brady's not the most dominant player in the history of the NFL. The man has thrown for more touchdowns than anybody ever. He probably got more touchdowns than some organizations do. Then you said change the game. Tom Brady literally changed the way quarterbacks go about their preparation, the way quarterbacks go about their offseason, the way teams go about preparing to play against Tom Brady. You've heard some of the best defensive minds in all the NFL talk about how they would try to scheme stuff up for Tom Brady so unsuccessfully. Marcus, this dude's 44. You go for walks on a daily basis. You told me 2 weeks ago, hey man, I went for this walk and my body was all sore. I don't understand what Tom Brady's doing at his age. So LT's 14th in all-time sacks. 14th. That means 13 guys in the NFL have gotten more sacks than him. Nobody's got more yards, touchdowns.
Let me ask you a question.
All that stuff.
Let me ask you a question, Dan.
What?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
All right. Tom Brady right now leads the league in most touchdowns thrown, right?
Yeah.
You think that's going to last with the way the league has changed? Let's be real. Let's be real about it. You think that's going to last with the way the league has changed? Hell no. Lawrence Taylor came into every game with every team knowing that we had to stop him, and they couldn't.
Your mother would be mad that you're lying on
Don't
television.
miss it. HBCU love. Let's go.
You're lying.
Remember just a couple of years ago when it was a question of whether Tom Brady was the all-time greatest quarterback? And now we've just moved that right ahead, and it's the all-time greatest player in NFL. We can debate that right now. Do you have something to say? Because he has that sassy look on his face.
No, I think Orlovsky's the best NFL player ever. I think they were talking to him on First Take. Sage and Matt.
Jekyll and Hyde, and when they are at their top, they can play with any team in the league. So as far as it being an upset, the Minnesota Vikings have taken people to the brink, good teams already. But it's the Chiefs because of what I've seen so far at this point of the season. And I know it's the Giants, and I know people look at the Giants record and they say, man, the Giants have had moments in games where you've seen glimpses of this team giving people a lot of problems. I'm not all that crazy about the Dallas Cowboys just going into this game saying, hey, it's the Giants, they not good. I've been on this end before of being the number one seed in this division and the Giants supposedly not being good, and then they go on to win the damn Super Bowl after going 9-7. So this is football, it happens. But based on what I've seen so far from the Kansas City Chiefs and how they're giving the football away and allowing teams to stay in games, I got to say that they on upset alert more than the Cowboys.
Can you guys take me off camera and just put Marcus on? And can you show me Marcus's background? Is that, over his left shoulder to our top right screen. What is, yeah, okay. So I'm shocked. Look at this man.
Homer alert.
Look at his face. Man, it's the Cowboys are on upset alert.
Dan.
Cowboys are on upset alert. I got a multitude of reasons why. Number one, since I'm doing this segment with you, I'm saying the Cowboys.
I knew you would.
Number two, I think the Vikings receivers are the best pass catchers the Cowboys have played against since really week 2 in the Chargers. And absolutely since week 1 against the Buccaneers. Tom threw for like 380 against them. Justin threw for 330 outside of his 2 turnovers. So I think the matchup on the perimeter between the Cowboys secondary and their coverage unit versus Minnesota is a little scary because we talked about this. Does Diggs follow JJ, Justin Jefferson? Because if he does, Thielen's got a chance to go off. Vice versa, if he follows Thielen, Justin Jefferson's one of the best receivers in football already. I also think it's a team that is a little bit like Dallas, right? They can throw. What?
Stop, man. Give me a break. Give me just like 2 seconds and then start going again. Stop, man.
No, they could beat you.
Because you know I'm nervous.
Not as good as Dallas. Not as good as Dallas, but somewhat like Dallas, right? They can run the football. They can throw it around. I think if Dallas plays man coverage, that's where Kirk Cousins eats up the best. I agree with you. The Giants are better than their record, and if Daniels plays well and the Chiefs keep giving the ball away, they can go down there and beat them. But I think the Vikings play at home and the Chiefs play at home. I think the Vikings at home, Dallas having to go to them, gives them the better opportunity to upset the Cowboys.
I got to do something I hate doing, and it is very rarely done because I'm right like 99.8% of the time. But Dan is right. God dog it, man, because it's a better football team.
What's the date?
Minnesota is a better football team.
Okay, October 28th.
Golly,
October
bro.
28th.
And he know this. See, this is the problem. This is the problem when you do a show with your brother most days of the week, is that he know yesterday on NFL Live I was nervous as hell about this game because I told everybody, especially with Dak and his calf situation, and I told everybody, this Minnesota Vikings offense is a mess when you trying to defend it and they rolling. And Kirk Cousins quietly putting together a really good season comparatively to all of these other quarterbacks. And I had to say the Chiefs because I don't want the Cowboys to be on upset alert or to be in a situation where they can lose a game. But Minnesota is a good team. And I said, Dio, give me some credit now. I said before the season that it was not going to be a cakewalk for Green Bay because of the Vikings in this division. And I still believe that to be true. But, man, the Minnesota Vikings are better than the damn Giants.
Will you go on your podcast with Perk and just make sure that you reiterate to